Okay, it's a video unboxing and first impressions for the new Goldplanar AMT 16. This is a air motion transformer, AMT, AMT. It is a big box, quite heavy. Let's go ahead and take the top off. Put it over here. On the inside, you've got a wooden box, not like a fake particle board, a genuine one, because that's why this thing is so freaking heavy. Pull this down. See if I can get this out. Slide it out. Okay. Put that down over here. Then you've got a cover. Take that out. Put that over here. Inside you've got two packs. One pack is a Pelican 1010 case. They were kind enough to leave the Pelican thing on it. Let me pull that to the side for a second. You've got a second case, and inside this, I've already opened and listened to this and measured it and everything. You have a carry pouch. We'll put that over there. You have a very nice cable. Let's look at this for a second. It's pretty dope. It looks like it's got 8 strands in it, actually. It's got a very subtle GL logo on it. You can change this termination. That is comes with a 3.5. Let me put that down right there and see that. I actually love this cable a lot. I like the color. Goes with the set. It seems like a very nice, high quality cable. It's got the GL branding on the Y split. On the chin slider, there is no branding, but it actually works. It doesn't just fall up and down on its own. You got to move it. And you slide up to where you got the rubber for the ear hooks, and it's very, very thin. It's not too much. I found it to be comfortable in wearing. I use the stock cable in my listening sessions and my impressions. Let me put that cable over here. Antibacterial. These are tips. Pretty sure. Should I open that up right now? I think these are tips. I'll get back to that and update it in the comment section. Take the foam out of this, and then underneath you've got literature about what you've got. Oh, there's the tips. Okay. There's the tips, and there is the 2.5 and 3.5. You got a lot of tips down there. So I don't know what this antibacterial is. Maybe this is for wiping the tips or something. Not sure. So it's you've got a triple termination cable with 2.5, 3.5, and 4.4. Let me put that over there. Then inside you've got the booklet for this is air motion transformers are like accordions, kind of. Let me actually go to Lynn Solset. I never read their stuff, but just for this one I did. Let's read this really quick. I'm just kidding, I can't read Chinese. Off of this, the diaphragm pushes back and forth from itself with a physical motion similar to that observed when an accordion is pushed in and pulled out to pump air through the reed chambers, albeit at an exceedingly small motion. The result is a dipole drive with an extraordinarily rapid response rate enabled by the extremely low mass of the polyethylene substrate and the far smaller distance it travels each swing compared to a dynamic driver. In this technical respect, it shares characteristics with an electrostatic driver. So most of each diaphragm. It's folded as well. A standard 1-inch 25mm AMT strip has a functional driver area comparable to an 8-inch diameter 200mm circular dynamic cone. I had a blast last night listening to this because planars are everywhere, tribridges are everywhere. Something that's new. Maybe I'll put up a picture right now of the driver. Looking inside. Oh, let me show you the driver. Anyway, so you get the paperwork. If you're good at Chinese, this will be great for you. If not, you're going to have to take a look at it. This is the Pelican case, and then you open this up, and you've got, again with Chinese, and it's giving you the impedance or the resistance that each nozzle is going to give you when you use it. And I've measured all of them right up there. Put that with the name facing correctly. There we go. And then we take this out. I love the color. It's like a soft kind of matte gold or champagne. It's got 2 breather holes on the back and the middle of the G. It's a 2-pin, and then it's got the nozzle. It's got a whole hole right there. You can take this out. There we go. I have a microscope right there. You can see it on the left, and I can look at stuff really closely when I take stuff apart and put it together. Looking down into this driver, it's like looking at black tar, and it goes all the way to the inside edges of this. It's like it's molded to it. It's very, or black bubble gum. Maybe I'll put up a picture that you can look at right now. I saw that, and the geek in me just got totally triggered, and I started doing long listening sessions. And then after that, I just let it play itself because I have no idea what this is. I'm going to talk about listening pressure in just a second. If you don't want to hear that, would I recommend something that you've never heard in your life with a tech that you're not really sure about for $1,500? Shockingly, I would, because I have 10 tribrids, more. I have 10 planars, more. I have 10 dynamic drivers, more. The moment to try something new, let's hold up just a second. This is one of the tunings. There's several by the filters, and that is, I was expecting, that's better than a lot of planars, and you're thinking, well, it should be because it's more expensive. This is like the first execution of this driver in an IEM form that I'm aware of, and they did a really good job. There's a couple different profiles, so the tuning is not obnoxious. It doesn't require a bunch of EQ. It's got a driver in it that clearly, looking through a microscope, is not something that I've ever seen before. So it is in fact new tech. So yeah, I would recommend it, but I'm recommending that to people that already have a couple planars, they already have a couple tribrids, they already have a couple DDs, and they want to enjoy the hobby in the way that I did last night, which is me discovering and listening and trying to hear how to cymbals and how to strings and what's the difference, and using my 6-way and going between planars. And let's talk about some music. I'm rambling on too much. Music. Okay, let's talk about music just a little bit. I got this yesterday. I don't want to overstate or understate anything. I literally haven't had much time, but some people want to see this because there's one picture on Linsole. You just saw everything that's in the box, so let me give you just a little bit more info. That is the frequency graph right there, which looks like a pretty mature planar, actually, though it's not a planar driver, so the tuning is pretty decent to actually really good. To my ears, and comparing this with a couple planars, it sounds like it sounds clear like a planar, but it doesn't have the planar sharpness that you might understand what I'm talking about. You might not. I find that maybe because of the rough tuning that a lot of the planars have in the upper mids to treble region, it's giving off a kind of a sharpness to the replay, like BAs give off sometimes a metallic sheen. Planars have a unique sound to them. You like it or you don't. It's got great clarity and resolution, but you also put up with that slightly unnatural replay. If you understand what I'm saying to this point, this set has that clarity, but it doesn't have that odd sharp edge to it. Again, you might not know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't have that to me. It's a more relaxed, probably related also to the tuning. It does have an ear gain. It's subtle. It's got a dip in the upper mids, but it's just a little bit, and it's got extension going all the way off. It's possibly related to the tuning, but I can clearly hear it in the tech as well. It's a different type of a replay. Vivaldi, the strings, the harmonics of the strings sounded amazing. I went into a very long listening session, and I stuck basically in the frame right here. I listened to Alice in Chains. I listened to BTO, the Beatles. I listened to Bad Boy, Badfinger. I just stuck around here for about 2 hours. So I wanted to really get kind of a feel for it, and it seems like I got to turn the volume up just a little bit more on a lot of sets. So I don't think this is going to run off a phone. But I think any regular DAP will probably do it. It's got tremendous detail, and it's not pushing it in your face in a fatiguing way, which is why I listened for so long. I was on Discord yesterday talking to people and chatting with music in the background the whole time because I just wanted to keep listening. I get so bored with the same face stuff coming out all the time Next thing, same as the last one with a little bit of adjustment. Same thing, same as the last one with a little bit of adjustment. It's like vanilla ice cream with a little bit of something in it. Another vanilla ice cream with a little bit of something. It's the way the hobby works. It can't be helped. But playing with a new type of earphone with new properties and new good points and bad points that I don't know because I've never heard. It was really fun. Brought out the geek in me yesterday. That hasn't come around for a while since the Planar first wore. So I think these are really cool. Is it worth the money? Yes, when considering what other things are priced in its price range and are just variations of other things that exist that are much cheaper. Will something like this come out at a more affordable price? I don't know the tech inside, so I can't say. If you got money and you're a cutting edge, want to try it, I'll let you look at the graph right there and realize it's not going to bass you out. It's not going to scream in your ear. It's not going to do anything obviously offensive that you would pick up by a mic, and you've probably seen lots of graphs. And in my library, I think it plays back stuff well. I'm being very, very intentionally under-enthused because I don't want to say too much after listening for a single night. That's all. But I want to balance that and couch that with the fact that there's a lot of people that can't find anything about this except a single picture on Linsol. So I got to give you more info. I gave it to you in the visual of the unbox. That's objective. That's what that's in. That's what that is. And then a little subjective, which is my opinion. Sounds like planar clarity with a little bit of the less edging on it, like a etching or something. It's hard to explain. But that's it for now. Full review be coming. Talking about music, 3 albums in the bass, 3 in the mids, 3 in the treble, and compare it with a planar that maybe somebody picks for probably the 7 hertz because so many people have it. And that's it for the full range air motion transformer IEM Goldplanar AMT 16. And I'm out.